One more hip thing. So you're gonna do wide stance with your feet. This knee stays up. And then you're gonna drop that one knee down to stretch to the front of your hip and then come back up. And then same thing on the other side. Yeah. How do your hips feel? Okay, good. And then we're gonna go into some core. And so every time your leg moves, it's gonna be on your exhale. So you're gonna exhale, brace to bring it up, and then you'll inhale, exhale, brace as you lower down. And then same thing on the other side. Exhale, brace. You'll inhale, exhale to lower. Yep. So make sure that your belly button is like towards your spine and that you're braced as you're lowering, and think of like it releasing from your hips. Yep. So rather than just like bending the knee down, keep this angle the same. So like you're releasing from the hips and controlling it from your abs. Good. And you're trying to use that bracing in your abs to minimize any rocking in your pelvis, any arching in your back. Are you feeling like that's what's happening? Sort of. Okay, we'll go one more on each side. What's that? Yep, exhale every time your leg is moving. Yeah, that was good. And then let me grab one thing. I'm gonna have you grab your ball, and you're gonna come back down to the ground. And so you're gonna wedge the ball between your hip and rib, so no pressure on the arm. This leg's just kind of comfortably bent. Toe is gonna point towards the ground, and I want you to imagine this area shortening as you lift up, and then slowly releasing as you lower down. And then again, shorten, squeeze, and then release it down. It's all about this area, but you're probably gonna hopefully feel a little bit of obliques too. And you wanna feel like as you're lifting and lowering, that whole bottom left side is not moving. It's just super anchored to the ground. And so it should start to feel a little heavier. Good. How's that feeling? And we're gonna go one more. It should start to burn like it's heavy. And then this next one, you're gonna hold it up. So right now, as you're holding, you kind of want to put a little pressure into the ball to make sure that your hips don't move, and you're gonna circle backwards. So every time you lift, you get a little more squeeze in the glutes, abs a little bit more contracted. Yep. Do you feel that? Okay, good. You're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then you're gonna set the ball aside, and you're gonna cross the top leg over and the bottom foot flexed, lift and lower, so you'll get the inner thigh. So just as before, starting with just kind of really isolating all the muscles around the pelvis. Yep. And so even here, as you're lifting, just making sure like the bottom hip doesn't rock too much. Oh my gosh, look at her. She's so little. How does that feel in the inner thigh? Okay. Yeah. All right, good. So we're getting some new muscles activated. And you're going to go 3 more there. And then you're going to, we're going to go back onto your back before we do the other side. And then same thing here. You're going to exhale, come down, and then exhale, come up. Exhale, come down, exhale up. So just kind of imagining like your whole waist is like glued to the floor. Yep. How does that feel? Like you can have control without like arching in your back? Yeah, it is more challenging, but then I was like, maybe you'll feel it more, like get more resistance and feel it. Does it feel like too much? Okay, good. Yeah, it looks good to me. Yeah, and it should feel challenging if you're doing it right for sure. You're gonna go one more each side. And then we will transition to the other side with the ball. And same thing, hardly any pressure in your arm, anchor into the ball, squeeze to lift, and then let it release to lower. So all in here. And as you are lifting, keeping the bottom side glued to the floor and the ball. And then if you're really focusing on it, you'll feel a little bit of obliques too, right there. Good. We're gonna go 2 more. Nice, and then this next one, we'll hold it up. And then same thing, nice and activated, everything glued, just little circles, no rocking the hips at all. Good. We'll go 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then same thing, coming all the way down again for the inner thigh. So keeping that bottom leg, the foot flexed. Good. Nice. How often is she getting up during the night now? Okay, yeah, that's good. Well, not good, but expected. Yes, well, no. Yeah, yeah, okay. Well, that's good. All right, you're gonna go one more there, and then I'm gonna have you take the ball between your knees, and you're gonna go into bridges, but you're gonna squeeze the ball the whole time, so never letting it go, keeping constant tension, so you should still feel your inner thighs working there. And you just want to be mindful. You want to squeeze it, but you don't want to feel like any pain in like the pubic area or anything. So like gentle. Does that feel okay? All right. And you're going to go 5 more. Good. And then let's take the ball behind you so that it's kind of wedged under your tailbone. And you're going to take kind of like just a comfortable bend in your knees. Your arms are going to go between your knees, and you're going to exhale and inhale. And as you exhale, you're pressing your belly button towards the ball. So you should kind of just feel that tension again. Yep, exactly. Good. And you could almost focus on like lower abs, just like slightly more. Good. Let's get 2 more. And then from there, you're going to go onto your side with no ball, onto your knees, and you're going to lift and lower. So elbow or shoulder stays really strong, and just thinking of the bottom, kind of like hips and back working. So on this one, like you'll hopefully feel like a little bit in the back here. Yep. So again, just trying to hit all the muscles along the pelvis. And we'll go 4 more. Good, and then you're gonna go back to this bridge, the same thing, pressure into the ball. Good. How's this feeling second time? Okay. Yep. Yeah, no, it's very true. We'll go 4 more. Yeah, inner thighs, it's usually like a combination after pregnancy, like they're both tight, but also weak as well. Yeah. All right, so then I'm gonna have you sit again, kind of wedging the ball, same thing, comfortable bend here. You're gonna go arms out and you're gonna inhale, exhale, and as you exhale, that's when the belly button towards the ball. Yep. Good. These are strong. Three more. And then we'll go to the other side to finish out this series. So lift and lower. And same thing, kind of focusing on the back and hip area a little bit. Good. Any pain when you do this one? In your back, okay. Yeah. We'll go 2 more. And then before you come up, I'm gonna just have you go into a few cat cows, loosen up the back a little bit. And then we'll stand and I'll have you grab one of your loop bands. So you're gonna take the band around your ankles. So let's go with a medium resistance. Yeah, probably we'll try that. So we'll go around the ankle with it. So you're gonna go around the ankles with that. And you're going to go into a step out. So together and then out, together and then out. Yep. Good. You should start to feel the hips working. Get your heart rate up a little bit. Good. You're gonna go 4 more. And then from here, you're gonna take a wide stance and going into squats, and you're gonna try to kind of keep the tension like in the outsides of your hips a little bit. Yep. Good. Oh, I'm sorry, keep the band on. So that'll help you kind of press out into the hips a little. Good. 2 more there. And then you're gonna keep the bands, but you're gonna bring it above your knees and go back down to the ground, and you're gonna do glute bridges with your feet really wide. So you'll go feet wide, toes pointed out just a little bit, and then using the band again to kind of just cue the glutes a little bit. And so with this, make sure like your upper back stays on the ground so that you don't get into your low back arching too much. So only coming up high enough that you need to like feel the glutes. And so strong presses through your heels. Good. We'll go 4 more. Are you feeling that in the glutes? Good. And then still not going to take the band off yet, but I'm going to have you flip to all 4s. And then here, so you're going to go into those push-ups where your hips and knees stay lined up. So you're going to inhale, exhale. Yep. Oh, very good. Yes. Yep. Really great. Let's get 1 more. And then we're going to reverse the order. So now I'm going to have you go right back to those glute bridges. Good. Yep. And just press through the heels, contract the glutes all the way up. We're going to go 4 more there. And then I will have you stand again for those squats. Good. 2 more there, and then you're going to move the band to your ankles and then do those step outs again. Starting feet together. Yep, perfect. Good. We'll get 4 more total. Nice. All right. So now you can take the band off. How did all that feel? You feel a little bit activation in here? Good. All right. So we just a couple more things. I'm going to have you take a split stance, press your hips back, and then thumbs towards the ceiling. And you're going to do little pulses. So squeezing between your shoulder blades, focusing on some of those muscles that get weak from all the feeding of the baby and holding the baby. So this should feel somewhat challenging even without a weight. Yeah, and you're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1. And then this is gonna be a little bit more for a stretch. You're gonna keep that split stance. You're gonna tuck that tailbone under, and you're going to be on the ball of your back foot, and you're going to sink down into a lunge, nice and slow, feeling the stretch, and then coming up. So you don't have to go super low, but if you kind of keep the pelvis tilted, you should feel that whole right front side stretching there. Good. 3 more. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. So first, let's actually start with the, we'll do second set with this this one. Good. You're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's get the final round of that stretch with that leg. Good. And you're gonna get one more. All right, and then I want you to go into another back stretch. You're gonna put your hands on the table again and let your rib cage drop, and then come up, drop, and then come up. Yep. So think about just kind of like working through that bra strap area. Yeah, that one's a really good one. It's very underrated. It's like, who would have thought that would feel so good? And then because we did a lot with the inner thigh, I'm gonna have you just tilt this a little bit. You're gonna put the toe up and sink down and just let this stretch. But then I also want you to just feel like your pelvic floor is totally relaxed. Good. And then same thing on the other side, thinking of lengthening through the inner thigh, relaxing pelvic floor. Good. And then what I'm going to have you do is you're actually going to take your yoga block and you're going to put it under your hips. So I don't have my block. I'll just use the ball, but under your hips. So right under the tailbone. And then you're just going to sit and just relax. So reason for this being that sometimes even like when you're not trying to during exercise, like you might be contracting pelvic floor, this kind of lets you let it kind of like fall back almost, which is a nice postpartum after you do strength training stuff. In case you've been like buried down, putting pressure. So we'll rest there about 30 seconds or so. So even when you do exercises on your own, or like at the end of the day, if you've been on your feet a lot, I mean, I know you don't have any pelvic floor issues, but still just within the next couple of weeks, as you're increasing activity, it's not a bad idea just to be precautious with it. All right, that is it. You made it. Did you feel like that was a decent intensity for you? Okay. Yes, exactly. Well, hopefully good. All right, well, enjoy your weekend. I'll see you soon. Yes, please do. Yay. Bye.